Viewers, in today's video, we are going to take you on a tour of those places in the world where living is nothing short of torture, where even breathing is a danger. A place where people still open their eyes every morning and pray only to survive until evening. Yes, first of all, let's talk about this city in Russia, which is considered one of the most isolated and toxic places in the world, namely Norilsk. This city is located in the snowy region of Siberia, where the cold is such that the temperature drops to -50 degrees. But the real problem here is not the cold, but the poison that is always present in the air. Norilsk is a major center for nickel and metal mining in the world, and this is the reason for its ruin. Factories here emit so much smoke 24 hours a day that the entire city is shrouded in a gray fog. The amount of sulfur dioxide in the air here is so high that even trees cannot survive in this area. You will see burnt trees and barren land for miles. People there say that when the wind blows towards the city, breathing is like putting your face in front of a smokestack. The snow that falls here is also not white, but often black or red because it contains chemicals. You can judge the quality of life of the people of Norilsk by the fact that the number of deaths from cancer and lung diseases here is several times higher than in the rest of Russia. Respiratory diseases are common among children here. The atmosphere of the city is so gloomy and heavy that the people living here suffer from psychological stress. For about 2 months of the year, the sun does not rise here. There is only darkness and toxic smoke everywhere. People stay here only because the salaries here are slightly higher than in the rest of Russia due to mining, but they do not know that they are earning this money by shortening their lifespan. Norilsk is a prison with walls made of ice and smoke, and it is not everyone's business to escape. Now we walk out of the freezing cold and smoke to a place that is even higher than the clouds, but the dirt there is at the lowest level of the earth. This is the Peruvian city of La Rinconada, which is said to be the highest inhabited city in the world. This city is located at an altitude of almost 17,000 feet above sea level. At such a height, the oxygen is so low that an ordinary person can faint after walking a few steps there. But why do people live here? For only one thing, and that is gold. There are gold deposits inside this mountain, and it is this greed that has brought humans to this hell. There is no government system in La Rinconada. There is no police here, and the most terrifying thing is that there is no sewage system at all. More than 50,000 people live in this small area where garbage, filth, and human waste are spread everywhere. Due to the cold, this dirt freezes, and the entire city has turned into a stinking garbage dump. The miners who live here live worse than slaves. They work for free all month long, hoping that by the end of the month, they will have the gold they need to carry on their shoulders. It is a gamble that often pays off. Mercury, a highly toxic substance, is used to purify the gold. This mercury has become part of the soil, water, and air here. People drink the same toxic water and breathe the same toxic atmosphere. The nervous systems of the people here are destroyed, their teeth fall out, and their bodies tremble. But the shine of gold does not let them escape this hell. La Rinconada proves how much the lust for wealth can bring a person to the point where they risk their health and life. Leaving the heights of Peru, we now travel to the African country of Ghana, where there is an area known as the Graveyard of Technology. The place is called Agbogbulushi. The expensive smartphones, laptops, and TVs that you throw away after using them, or the old technology that is taken out of Europe and America as garbage, end up here. On the surface, it looks like a junkyard, but in reality, it is a boiling river of poison. Here, thousands of poor people, many of whom are young children, burn this electronic waste to extract copper and other metals. When plastic, rubber, and computer wires burn, they release extremely dangerous, cancer-causing fumes. This smoke goes straight into the lungs of these children. The land here has become so polluted that it is impossible for grass to grow there. The young people who work in Agbogbulushi often die of strange diseases when they reach the age of 20 or 25. They have constant headaches, sores on their skin, and shortness of breath. But the poverty is such that these people work day and night in this toxic smoke to feed their families. This place is the dark truth of the developed world. We enjoy our technology, but its waste and poison fall on the poor people who are burning their lives for 2 meals a day. The air here contains metals like lead and cadmium that are crippling generations, but the world is watching in silence. Now we are talking about a city that is not a jungle, but a human settlement. But even the law of the jungle should be ashamed there. The city of Cité Soleil in Haiti, which is called the most dangerous slum in the Western Hemisphere. This place is a mixture of poverty, filth, and crime that makes humanity tremble. There is no such thing as a government here. The police do not dare to enter here. This entire area is under the control of different gangs who are always fighting each other. Walking in the streets is like walking on the front line. Here the drains are open, and people are living in shacks amidst piles of garbage. Electricity and clean water are a dream here. The situation in Cité Soleil is so bad that when there was a shortage of food, people started making biscuits from clay, salt, and vegetable oil just to fill their stomachs. Just imagine how extreme hunger would be if a person were forced to eat clay. There are no hospitals here, and the ones that do exist are filled with bullet wounds. AIDS and other diseases are rampant here. A child born here hears the sound of bullets as soon as he opens his eyes and grows up playing on piles of dirt. Cité Soleil is that unfortunate place in the world that the world has forgotten. Here, the value of a human life is less than a bullet. There is no sun of hope here. Only fear and hunger reign that has been going on for generations. When it comes to violence and crime, it is impossible not to mention the city of San Pedro Sula in Honduras. There was a time when it was called the murder capital of the world. Although the figures have decreased slightly now, the atmosphere of fear is still the same. This city does not present the appearance of a war zone, but rather looks like an ordinary city, but death dances on its streets. Drug cartels and gangs have such influence here that they kill anyone they want, whenever they want. Shopkeepers, taxi drivers, even school teachers are forced to pay these gangs a war tax or bribe, and refusal means death. In San Pedro Sula, people pray as they leave their homes to return alive. Most of the population here protects their homes with iron bars and barbed wire. The city becomes deserted as night falls. There are only 2 options for young people here. Either they become part of these criminal gangs or flee to another country for their lives. The emergency wards of hospitals here are filled with bullet-riddled bodies and the injured. Law enforcement agencies are either helpless or themselves part of corruption. In this city, people do not fear that they will die of hunger or disease. They fear that they may be the target of a gang war on the road at any time. This is a psychological pressure that has destroyed the mental health of the people here.